Hello again. Wanted to grab a update on the sound sample for and string change on my Martin soprano. Check that out. My own Martin soprano. Oh, my own SO. But Mexican SO. But that don't bother me. At all. And well, I tell you what, somebody's going to have to prove that a American SO is any better than a Mexican. I mean, in person. You know what I mean? I need to see an American Martin in person, play it against this one, and if American Martin's any better, I'll say so. Now, a vintage American Martin, SO, it's going to be vintage and broke in real good. But give me a little time. I'm putting some hours on this one already. But all right, here's what's going on. I changed the strings on this. It was actually about 4 o'clock this morning when I changed the strings on the Martin. I have now put Aquilla B blacks on it. All right. Those are still settling in. Okay. I want to make that clear. This is not a final sound sample between these two. Okay. The Aquilla B blacks take a long time to settle in, and I'm talking. I personally think it's a couple of days, but this time I'm trying to time it and do some updates as these strings settle, and as I can tell the sound is changing. I'm going to try to do some updates and see if that shows up in the video, of how the sound is changing. I think it really will. But anyways, the Martin, let's just go ahead and play it here a little. Let's see, what time is it? It is about 9 o'clock. Okay, we are looking at 17 hours since the string change. All right, I feel they have just now, all right, within the last couple of hours, no joke, have become coherent enough that I could make a video. That's why I haven't made a progress video yet. It's just because 16 hours in, this is what the B black sound like on my string change. And then I'm also going to play I almost said a nui, the qualities there. Blue Wing Ukuleles number 3 soprano. All right. I'm going to play it, just because I don't other videos, and I figure it'll give a good comparison in the same video for you to be able to hear. As of right now, it's had a really bad. These strings get a really bad metal twang to them. When I first put on a uk, to me, okay? And I'm not talking bad about these Aquilla B blacks. I'm dead serious. I love these things so much. If Aquilla contacted me and wanted me to be a salesman for them, well, I tell you what, I'd get to work in a heartbeat. I'm just so in love with these strings, no joke. But Aquilla hasn't contacted me yet. So as of right now, this is a completely unbiased review, except I love ukuleles so much, and well, can you ever really trust what I say? Anyway, shut up, Dennis, and play. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference for sure on the video. I'm gonna be listening to it myself. But the playing experience, what I'm experiencing and what I'm feeling when I'm playing this ukulele, all right, from the Martin 600s that was on it, and this is an old ukulele. Those strings look like they was the originals. They had the original, way Martin, installs them on the tuners and everything, kind of backwards the way I do. I really think those were the stock strings on this ukulele, 25-year-old plus ukulele from what I can figure. And so they certainly didn't, wasn't sounding, the tops. But comparison with those Martin M600s to how it's playing even right now, it's stunning. I'd said it before, and I get these weird, overtones or something in it right now. And like I said, I'm not saying nothing bad about the Aquilla Blacks. I'm doing this because I love these strings so much that I don't want somebody to buy these strings, put them on their ukulele, try them for one day, and go, "Oh my Lord, those sound horrible. I'm gonna have to take them back off and try something else." And I think that's seriously a possibility with these strings because this sound really has to mature. These strings really have to get stretched in, and I don't know. It's just the sound really changes a lot in those couple of days. All right. Well, you heard that playing there. All right. Blue Wing ukuleles. I played this one before. Still got the Aquilla Big Blacks on it, just like the last video. But this way, it gives it you something to compare to on the same bid. All right. Alright, you can compare it, know how to play it forever, I don't reckon. But anyways, like I said, this is just an update sound comparison. Those strings are still settling. But I mean, the way they've already changed the Martin. Before I said, that the Blue Wing ukuleles was just, so much better with these strings than my Martin SO with the old, M600s on it. That, if the Martin, wouldn't have increased exponentially with that string change, and come at least closer to the sound that I'm getting out of this Blue Wing ukuleles, well, then I was going to get rid of it. I wasn't planning on keeping it in my collection. All my ukuleles are, different. They all got different sounds. Some of them, I love more than any of them. My Bubba, that's my Bubba. I love that ook more than any. But that doesn't mean that I don't love my other ones. Almost just as much. Some days maybe, they might be battling for that number one spot. There's always a battle for the number one spot. But every single day, Bubba's always overtook it. You know what I mean? But that's what it's like in here. It's always a battle for, for number one. At least with more than half of my collection for the number one spot. And I'm not joking. Who's number two? You don't hear me talk about that a whole lot. Is it Maluna? I love Maluna. I don't know for sure that I could pick a number two. Seriously, I can sit here and go through all the ukuleles, and that's a whole separate video. Well, time on it. Looks like I made 4 videos on this one. But I appreciate you watching. Tune back in, because when those strings settle in, by in the morning, I guess. Probably another, 15, 16 hours from now. I'm gonna make another sound sample and see how they sound then, and then we'll do another one in like 3 days or so, something like that. And I thought it'd be neat to be able to go back. Maybe I can learn how to edit, and I can go back and do that all, put all those into one video, where I'm playing playing the Martin with M600s, and then playing it with this first time with the B Blacks. And then the second, progression with the B Blacks, after a day and a half, and then, so and so. We'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you.